How's it, everybody? Money Shot here again, and welcome back to Hawaii Craps Shooters. We're back from our Las Vegas trip in October, and oh boy, I got so much to share with you guys. So check out my trip report. Alright, so let's get right into it. So the main purpose why we went to Vegas in October was for my son's wrestling tournament. He's a high school junior and he wanted to wrestle against the best in the nation. So there was a wrestling tournament at the Westgate Hotel and Casino on the weekend. So that is the whole reason why we headed out to Vegas. So on Thursday, October 13th, me and my son was packed. We were ready for our trip on Southwest Airlines at 8:05 a.m. And this is what happened at the airport.
We just got checked in, and unfortunately my son, who is traveling with me, is 16 years old. Again, we're going to Vegas for his wrestling tournament, and he does not have a TSA pre-check. Only I do. So I got in faster. Now I'm just waiting for him. He's gonna be in this line. Which line there is that? He's gonna be coming out over there. In that TSA right there. He's gonna be coming out there. So I'm just waiting for him and get on. Right now we're supposed to be boarding at 7:30. It's already 7:14. And he's still not in here, so I don't want to miss our flight. But we're headed to San Jose. We got a leg over to Vegas, and then from San Jose we'll go to Vegas, get there about 6:30 p.m. today. So I'll check back with you guys. This is gonna be my first ever HCS Vegas log. All right, talk to you guys later.
Okay, so with that mishap with TSA with my son's pre-workout powder drink, we did make our flight.
All right, we're on the plane to Vegas, and Southwest is our airplane. So it's going to be about a 5-hour flight to San Jose, and then a 40-minute airplane change, and then off to Vegas. All right, wish us a safe flight. Aloha.
And we did land safely in San Jose, California. So at the airport, we got into another mishap. We got delayed for another hour there for, I guess, mechanical issues on the airplane. So we had to stay at the airport for another hour, which means it'll take us another hour more to get to Vegas. So we had to endure that as well. So after that 1-hour delay, which went pretty quick, we got to Vegas within a little over an hour, and we landed safely in Las Vegas. It was already dark there, and then we got our rental car, and then we checked into the Orleans.
Back at the Orleans. Yeah. We haven't stayed here since last year. Like it's packed. Let's go check in. Let's go check in our hotel room. Yes, no line, baby. This is it, registration. Let's go.
Thank you, Orleans, for taking care of Money Shot. We got a 1-bedroom suite, but you guys will never believe what happened when we checked into the room.
All right, we got our room number. We got a 1-bedroom suite here. Fortunately, my play here still gives me a good comp, 2070. All right, we're here. 2070. Let's check it out. Oops, it's backwards. Uh-oh. There you go. Ooh. Dude. Dude, look, it's disaster. Nobody cleaned this room. Wow, nobody cleaned this room. Wow, we came into a dirty ass room. Oh my gosh. I gotta go to the front desk.
So now after the room mishap, man, I'm all frustrated. First we almost missed our flight, then we get an hour delay, and then this happens. So I go down to the front desk, tell them what the problem is, and they said they're gonna look for another room, and they're kind of completely sold out, they said, but they wanted to find us another 1-bedroom suite. So they told me to hold on for a few minutes while they check their system and check which room they can get us into. They apologized for the mishap. So while I let them do their thing, I headed over to the Wheel of Fortune, which you guys know, that's my machine. So I wanted to kill time, so I jumped on the machine, and this is what happened.
I just put in 100. First one, I got a spin. Let's go. Just got here to Orleans. One spin on one. $400. Yeah, baby. Put in $10. Get 400.
So with that win, that made me feel a lot better. Went up to the room, checked in, hoping that everything is fine.
All right, let's try this again. Now we're in 2167. This looks like all the way from The Shining. Oh. 2167. That's us right here. Okay. It's gotta be clean. All right. Wait, let me get my luggage because my son doesn't know how to function. No. All right, now this is more like it. Check it out. 1-bedroom. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Restroom. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I love these 1-bedroom suites. Woo. Yes, sir. We ready. We ready. Nice.
Now that we're all settled in, and my son says he wants to just stay in the room, he still had a few more pounds to lose, so he wanted to do some cardio, some jump rope in the room, turn up the heat, use his sauna suit just to shed off that pound or two that he was still over. I told him, yeah, go ahead and do that while I go check out the craps table. So I met one of our big Patreons, longtime fan of HCS, Gerardo, at the table. He was already here, I think early morning that morning, and I decided to go meet him up there, downstairs actually in the casino. So I went down there to meet Gerardo.
Tables are full. The tables are packed. Look at that. Wow. We got my man Gerardo here. What's up, Gerardo? How you doing? How long you been here?
I've been here since 1.
Yeah. And you had a monster roll today, right?
Had
Yeah.
3 months of rolls, man.
Yeah,
Back to
3
back.
monster rolls, and he didn't wait for me. I just got here.
I was waiting, but
Yeah.
this table right here, that's what I had.
Tell the viewers how much you made.
So I made I bought it 300 and I made 1,000, 560.
Wow, you
After
hit a couple
tipping the
repeaters
dealers,
too,
I
huh?
tipped them at 100. So I hit 3-4 replays on this one.
Yeah.
And 3-6 replays.
Oh,
so that
man.
the 3-4 replays won me 600, and 3-6s won me 350. I talk about that whatever the bets were.
Oh, man, and he can't get on the table. Look at this. It's super packed. Wow. Man.
So because we couldn't get on the Orleans table, we decided to drive over to the Fremont.
All right, so we got me and Gerardo is trying to get to a table. Let me turn this music off, right, Gerardo?
Yes, sir.
So
At the table.
Orleans was packed, so now we're here at the Fremont. You guys can see that. I can't flip my camera, but we're driving there now. We're gonna try and check out these tables. The good thing about downtown is that we can hop casinos if the Fremont is busy. So it's a busy Thursday night, and there's no way we could have got on a Orleans table, right, Gerardo?
Very packed. All 4 tables.
Yep. All right, we're here at Fremont. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna give you an update later. All right. Oh man, it's packed here too at the Fremont. We can't even play here either. Oh my goodness.
But when we got to Fremont, the Fremont was pretty packed as usual, and we had to wait for a while to get on the table. But while we were waiting, I got to meet another HCS fan, Jeff from Michigan. Great to meet you, Jeff. And also my #1 HCS fan, Senior Chef Dice Ernesto. Yeah, you got that right. That's Chef Dice's dad. He was there at the Fremont. He says I'm his #1 fan, not Chef Dice, but no, just kidding. We always just joke about that. But Ernesto, great guy. He did roll a good big monster roll after I left, from what I've heard. So he's the straight up OG. And he has his own crew in Maui as well. So we did get on the table. Gerardo did not bad roll. We made money off his roll, and I shot a 10 plus roll, maybe 10, between 10 to 15 roll. And then table got cold. I used the light switch, and I was getting sniped left and right. Light switch on the DC, so I got sniped couple 11s on the with couple 11s, and then two or three PSOs, which brought me down from a $500 buy-in to $70, and I battled my way back. Rack 2 blacks got me back, and Gerardo's roll, and then my roll again got me back, and I ended up $630 cashing out from that $70 down to 70. So second round down 70, coming back and making 630 from that, and playing different strategies. I call that a win. So $130 profit on the craps table, just one session tonight, and then add my $390 on the Wheel of Fortune. So day one ends up with 520 profit. Not bad for day one, considering it a short half day for me. So we'll continue the vlog tomorrow, and I hope you guys like this new format. But we shout out to Mele Apana. We saw her, one of our good friends who's a radio personality back at home in Hawaii. We got to shoot with her and her cousin. Oh, one story again. Her cousin, first time on the craps table, and he rolled really good. Hard weights were coming out. He had $25 on the hard 8, and he rolled the hard 8, made $225.
he was super happy about that. But had a lot of fun with them. Mele, good to see you again, and great to roll with you once more. So hopefully we get more opportunities to roll each other during this weekend. But Mele's here to MC one of the party here in Vegas, and I'm here for the wrestling event. So take care. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be a day where I can catch a monster or roll a monster. All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Not bad. 1 for 1 on the crap session, so I'll take that. All right, day 2, Friday, October 14th. Got up early, 7:30 in the morning, hit the Orleans table downstairs, and this is what happened.
All right, update for day 2. Me and Gerardo here. All right, bad morning. How many PSOs was on that table?
That's crazy. Too many PSOs back to back.
Back to back. I think maybe a total of 4 or 5 on the PSOs, and I was playing the light switch. And
sevens were heavy.
Sevens were heavy. We handled, I think, ourselves for 2 rounds. We did okay in our shooting. I think I shot double digits in the beginning, and then like 6 or 7, but with a lot of sevens. Between me and Gerardo, we shot maybe 10 sevens.
10 sevens.
On the come out, so it's crazy.
You're the best shooter on the table. The other guys were just
yeah, nobody could pass maybe 3 or 4. Nobody could be an average. It was totally dark side, but the DC, playing the DC was kind of crazy. So bought in 500, cashed out. I had $4 in tips, so lost 500, gave that $4 to the dealer. How about you?
I lost 825.
825
on my profit yesterday, so I'm still up about 800 and some.
Yeah, but we didn't lose it mostly on the randoms. We lost it on each other because we didn't make our money shots, and we threw a high number, but a lot of them was the sevens on the come out, and we tried to adjust, but no matter what we adjust, the sevens just still came coming, and
no matter what dices we adjusted to.
Right. Orleans is still my nemesis table, so hopefully we can do good in the next session. All right, guys, we'll see you guys later.
I did, however, win $50 on the bubble craps before we took off, so that actually helped with that $496 loss. So thank you, bubble craps. I hardly played bubble craps because I got on the table, so $50, I'll take that $50 win. So after that bad run at the Orleans, me and Gerardo and my son drove over to the Westgate Hotel and Casino, where it was weigh-in day for my son. He was resting at the 132-pound weight class, and we want to make sure that he made weight. On our scale in our room, he did make weight, so we're hoping that he doesn't have to cut or do some cardio while he was there. So while he stood in line at the Westgate to weigh in and meet up with his team, me and Gerardo hit the tables. Another bad session at the Westgate. I bought in 500 and I cashed out 205, which I lost 295. What a bad session in Westgate. Bouncy table, I had to get used to the table, but I couldn't catch any traction and ended up losing 295. Man, that was bad. That was bad. The good news is my son did make weight, so he came in at the 2.2 pound allowance, so he weighed in at exactly 134.2, which that made me happy because I know he worked hard to cut his weight. I think he lost maybe 12 pounds in about a week and a half. So proud of him that he made weight and he was ready to wrestle. So that's the silver lining of us going to Westgate. After Westgate, obviously my son was hungry. He had to replenish his weight loss, and also me and Gerardo haven't ate all morning long, so because of the 2 sessions at Orleans and Westgate, so we went over to our favorite place, me and my son's favorite place, Ono Sushi. All you can eat sushi for $26. They have the best sushi. Everything's fresh, everything's tasty. You guys got to try it. They got sushi rolls, they got pork belly, they got edamame, they got shrimp, ahi, whatever you want. They get it, and all you can eat. You can't beat that for $26. You guys got to check it out in Las Vegas when you guys go there. So after our delicious lunch, we went back to the Orleans. My son wanted to rest and get his energy back, so we let him settle down in the room, and me and Gerardo went down to hit the Orleans table. Chef Dice is now in town, and he's already playing at the table, so we went out down there to look for him, and we fortunately got on the same table as him. We actually got on a table that was about to open, and all of us were lucky enough to get on that table. And on that table, I bought in 1,000, and I went down to my last 500. So I was losing 500 until I got the dice. That's where I rolled at least an hour. Everybody said it was an hour. 40 to 50 rolls, it had to be in that hour. I did throw maybe about 7 sevens on the come out sevens, and I did hit a couple repeaters. I think it was the 3 and the 9 or something like that, but I did hit a couple repeaters. So I came back on that 40 to 50 roller. I was down 500, but I made $1,500 on that roll, on my roll, and which brought me back, and I ended up profiting a banana chip. So $1,000 profit on that huge roll that I threw, which I was happy because of the last 2 sessions that we lost. After my big roll and after coloring up, I got to meet these 2 ladies, Renee from Los Angeles and another HCS fan, Linda from Kailua. These 2 ladies were just happy to be on the table when I threw that hand, and they too also made a lot of money on my roll. After the Orleans, we decided to head down to downtown. We ended up at the Cal. The Cal table was open, but I said, we'll take a chance. The Cal table is my nemesis. Well, let's take a chance and see how we do on the California table. So bought in 500. Table was bad again. I was getting sniped on my light switch. Ended up $100 down to my last $100 when I got the dice. And then I shot a 23 roller, almost a hat in Fremont, but 23 roller. I did make $700 on that roll, which actually brought me up, and I ended up profiting $215, which is an awesome comeback. You know, with that big roll and you make only 215, you guys people gotta know the whole story. Like if you're down that much and you come back, to me, that's an awesome win to come back and still come out of profit. So $215 profit at the California. After the California, we went to the Fremont. We met Ivan, and we wanted to go try and see if we can get our jacket there. Cold table again. Same story again, down to my last 100, and then Ivan gets the dice and he rolls a 23 roller, a monster. It was a monster roll. The reason why I say that is because Jay Blood was there, Sheldon was there, Ernie, our friend Ernie was there too, but they were counting the rolls, and they were trying to get the box man, the box lady to click the counter. So I think she missed about 2, but Ivan ended up 23. He got short on his hat. He got robbed of his hat, but you know, he wasn't too upset. We did make money on that. He brought me back. I ended up profiting $400, so I made $900 total. I was down to my last 100, so I must have made $800 on his roll, so I ended up profiting $400. So that was a good comeback as well. After that Fremont session, was kind of tired. We went back to Orleans, and every time before I go up to the room, I'll try the Wheel of Fortune. And here's another Wheel of Fortune break.
All right, we're in a Wheel of Fortune break, and Rada and Anela, they want to witness this. I just put in 100, and hopefully we get something big. Hopefully.
That Wheel of Fortune hit helped me profit another $140. So total for day 2, even with the 2 early losing sessions, came out to a positive 1104, which brings up my total day 1 and 2 for a profit of $1,624 for the trip so far. So far, so good. All right, day 3, Saturday, October 15th, got up at 7:15 a.m. waiting for Gerardo to come down from his room. So I jumped on the Wheel of Fortune, and here's what happened.
Time for another Wheel of Fortune break. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 250 again. Yes, sir.
$190. What a way to start. $90 win, I'll take that. So Gerardo came down and we looked around at the tables, and we got lucky. We jumped on one of the tables that just opened up at 8 o'clock. And we got lucky because one of the shooters had an awesome 1-hour roll. So bought in 500 and I cashed out $1,950. So I made a $1,450 profit on our morning session. What a session, man. It's such a great feeling to catch an hour roll and not be the one to have to throw that roll. That's even better. That's icing on the cake, because all you do is you concentrate on your betting. You don't have to worry about throwing. Let the guy throw and you just collect the money. So $1,450 profit. So after that great session at Orleans, we all jumped in my car again and headed over to Westgate for day 1 of my son's wrestling tournament. So I dropped him off with his team. We had about 2 hours before the tournament start. So guess what? We hit the Westgate table again. So at the Westgate, me and her, kind of empty table, me and her are there, and I throw a monster 40 plus roll there, and I made them all. So I bought in 500, cashed out 1850, another profit of 1350 at the Westgate. Ooh, man, what a roll it was to hit them all. Gerardo came really close. He needed just the 11 the other day, and then the threes and 11s we were having a hard time, but I did make them all. Oh, it's been a long time coming. I hardly play any casinos with ATS, but it was a great feeling to make them all. So after that great session, I colored up and went in to watch my son wrestle. So my son, I think he went up against the 2nd seed in the tournament. Great wrestler. I think he had an awesome record. Maybe about 70 something and just 2 losses. But my son was a beast. He shot in, he was confident, he had great composure, he looked like top shape, his mindset was there. Double leg take down his opponent, almost pinned him twice. He let him go. He did amazing. And then a headbutt clash stopped the match in the middle, and then my son was super dizzy. They had to give him a 5-minute break. They had to call in the concussion doctor they had to test him for a concussion on the mat. Fortunately, he was okay enough to continue. So they continued the match. So my son was again in the lead, almost pinned his opponent again. And then with 30 seconds left, they clashed heads again. And they called in the doctor again. And as a safety protocol, if you get 2 concussion tests in a match, out of safety, he had to forfeit the match. And so my son was really bummed. I know he was very disappointed, walked off the mat very disappointed, knowing he would have won that match and how much he trained for that. But I told him, hey, it's not worth your health, not worth your future, not worth, but I told him I was it was a very proud dad moment to watch my son wrestle. So awesome job, son, and you couldn't have made me any prouder. But second match, he was still dizzy. He made the tough decision of not wrestling, and which unfortunately the consequences, him not continuing in the tournament. But he did end up getting a slight concussion, and his vision was altered. It was too bright for him, so he couldn't. He had to actually pick up some shades at the gift shop just so he can comfort his eyes, because everything was bright. He had a headache and all that. But so unfortunately my son was out of the tournament the first day, but I know he will be back again, and he knows he'll be back. And he just, unfortunately these things happen in sports, and it sucks, but still happy for my son. So my son wanted to rest, and he still wanted to stay at the tournament and support his teammates who are still in the tournament and wrestling. So me and Gerardo said, hey, let's go hit the table again. So bought in 500 at the Westgate, and down to my last 200. I lost 300 on as the round went around. And but when I got the dice, I rolled another 40 plus monster, just missing the 11 on the make 'em all, and made 875 on that roll. So total profit 675. So come back, made my 300, and then another $675 profit. Man, that is awesome. So another win at the Westgate. So after dinner, we hit the Orleans table to we got to make my comp hours, right? So got to put in the hours. So I bought in 500, and I ended up cashing out 825. So another $325 profit at the Orleans, which was awesome. During that session, we got to meet another HCS fan, Chris, all the way from Kapolei here in Hawaii. It was great to meet you, Chris, and too bad you couldn't get on the table with us, but it was great to meet you on the side. So thanks for coming by and saying hi. We had dinner right afterwards. We went to Ondori. We used our comp. We got some comps there. Delicious food there at the Ondori's. So go try it out when you're at the Orleans. They have Chinese food, Japanese food, American food, and everything was so tasty. We were so stuffed we couldn't even finish everything. But thank you, Orleans and the pit bosses, for that comp. We appreciate you all. So after dinner, we all went to Planet Hollywood to check out the stadium crabs. So all these stadium crabs that I see on social media and on YouTube, I wanted to try myself in person and experience what all the hype is with stadium crabs. And I just gotta tell you guys, I don't like stadium crabs. It's not as social. Everybody, it feels like bubble crabs because you have the bubble crabs, but it's not the real thing. The table is 8 foot. You gotta look at the numbers on the screen, but it's almost like a Zoom kind of fantasy kind of crabs. Not so much of the real thing, and I just love the real thing. But for me, stadium crabs, Money Shot doesn't like it, but J Blood likes it, and J Blood showed some moves. Check this out.
J Blood got no love. Shake it, J Blood. Shake it, J Blood. How was that? Go J Blood! Go J Blood! No more
Gerardo tried it out as well. It was a short table, and he hit the alligator walls. He was trying to hit the alligator walls and hit it into the ground, into the table, but the stick lady, she's like, oh, that's unorthodox. I think that's not Correct. So she called over the pit boss, and the pit boss came and scolded Gerardo, and Gerardo says, "Why? But it's hitting the back wall." But so they got into it, and I guess at the end, Gerardo didn't like stadium craps as well. So we both didn't like it. So we said, let's get out of here at Planet Hollywood. So we left Planet Hollywood. I bought in 300 on the machine, and I ended up losing 27 bucks. So not too bad. So at least I said I tried it. The good thing at the stadium craps, we got to meet another Patreon, Keely, and his wife Nancy, all the way from Alabama. They were there for their wedding anniversary. It was a pleasure meeting them both. Also, Manny and his wife Hilda, all the way from Anaheim, California. Manny actually rolled with us at the Westgate earlier too, so he capitalized on our long rolls there. But I got a picture of him at Planet Hollywood, and here's a picture of these guys. Great people. Great supporters of Hawaii Crap Shooters. So after Planet Hollywood, all of us jumped in our cars and headed out to Fremont again to try for the jacket. No one got a monster roll, nobody got a hat or a jacket, so ended up buying in $500. I cashed out $650, not bad. I still made another profit of $150. And then we just called it a night. Nothing was going on, nothing special. We just surviving the table. We went back to the Orleans and again played my Wheel of Fortune. I did 2 machines.
Big money, big money. Let's go. Get something big. No, not again. Oh, that sucks.
One at the $5 machine, which I won $100, I think, and the second machine was a $10 machine, which is kind of next to it in the high limits at Orleans.
Bam! Big money, big money, big money. Oh, 300.
And total win was $450. So ending the night again with another $450 win. So totals for day 3, total profit $4,463 with just one losing session on the stadium craps at minus 27. What a great day of craps it was. $4,463. All right, Sunday, October 16, day 4, Sunday morning Orleans session, bought in 500, cashed out 1,300, made another $800 profit on our morning session. What a great session. After that great session, we all drove down to the Westgate. Even though my son wasn't gonna wrestle, he wanted to be there to support his team. So we brought him there. And then me and Gerardo will go jump on the Westgate table again. And that's where I rolled another hour roll. I buy in 500, cashed out $1,450, $950 profit at the Westgate. Man, I'm on a roll. Check these guys out. We had some great supporters on the other side of the table. They were having an awesome time and they made a lot of money on the rolls. Check them out celebrating after my 1 hour roll.
Hey, Hawaii vibes. Yeah, Hawaii. What happened, guys? What you guys see?
40 rolls. Money. We cashing in Vegas with Hawaii. Woo!
Hawaii vibes all day, baby.
That's how we do it. Hawaii, that's my motherfucker. Got me paid, player. You better listen.
Also, there was another Patreon fan, Annette, who was on Stick Right 1, who was totally opposite, super quiet, and didn't tell me she was a Patreon until after my roll. But that was a good thing that she did that. But she introduced herself, and I said, "Oh, you're Annette." And so Annette lives in Las Vegas, and she was so happy that she could witness and make some money on that monster roll. So great to have met you, Annette. Not only Annette was on there and those fans from Florida and all over, but our close HCS friends right here were also there. We got Roberto, SJ, Hazel, Sonia, Ivan, all of us guys were there. Gerardo, obviously, but these guys were all on the roll. Richard Lerner, Mark, Mad Hatter, all of us, all on that awesome roll. So, well, it was a great table with a lot of good vibes, with a lot of great friends. So after Westgate, after the tournament was over, we got back to the Orleans in the late evening. I was kind of short on my hours at the Orleans, so I put in, we jumped on the table at the Orleans just to play for a few hours, just to get my comp hours in. And it was a bad session. I bought in 500 and I lost them all. Me and Gerardo had a lot of sevens and 7 outs, and the table was just cold. Nobody could get anything going, and I was hoping for my spectacular comebacks from $100 that I was doing earlier in the trip, but it didn't come. Ended up getting felted. No picture for this because I have 0 chips, 500 out. A loss, total loss for that session. We did get to meet a fan from Kahuku here in Hawaii. His name is Stats. Great to have met you, Stats, as well. Thank you for coming by and saying hi to us. Sorry that you didn't make any money on that table as well, but nobody made money on that table. It's a super cold table, but it was a pleasure meeting you, Stats. After that brutal session of losing 500, we took a break. Decided to just maybe get a small snack for us. So me and Gerardo went over to the food court, got something, and we came back and he said, hey, let's go get it again. We jumped on the table, but again, another bad session. Bought in 500, lost 415, no comeback story on this session as well. I could feel the fatigue now kicking in, and you guys, I gotta tell you guys, fatigue is real in a craps marathon, man. You guys gotta recognize it. But I recognize, and 2 losing sessions back to back, man, I was feeling it. So, oh well, it happens. So I lost 415, cashed out just 85. At least I got some chips. So because Orleans tables were giving us a beating, we decided to leave Orleans and go check out downtown. So Corey, random roller, flew in, and we told him, he just checked in at the Fremont. So we told him we're gonna come down to downtown. We'll try our luck at that table. We ended up at the Main Street. So we jumped on the Main Street table. I rolled a double-digit roll, which was not too bad, but I did feel that fatigue kicking in, and so I just played lightly, really kind of like hanging, like literally hanging on the table, because I was so exhausted for all of this play and having 4 to 5 hours sleep, catching me up, and I said I just played lightly, and I know I'm up for the whole trip. I'm not gonna lose it all out and try to go for the gusto. So I just went light, talked to a lot of people on the side, got to meet a lot of people, and then took a Wheel of Fortune break. So went over to the Wheel of Fortune. I hit the 777. I put in 200 and I won 470. So total profit 270 on that Wheel of Fortune. So that was great. Then after that, I went back to the table. Table was still kind of choppy. End up coloring up. I said, I'm done. I'm not gonna shoot again. Ended up bought in 500, cashed out 570. So I did make a profit. I did break that back-to-back losing streak, and I came out profit $70. The 270 kind of from the Wheel of Fortune kind of helped with that beating at Orleans. After that, everybody says, hey, let's go to Fremont. Chef Dice is there now at Fremont. He's already shooting there. So we all go over there. Everybody jumps on the table. And I said, you know what? I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done. I'm flying out early in the morning tomorrow. It's already 1 o'clock. Well, I think it was 12 or 1 o'clock. I said, I don't think I have anything in me, which I was super happy that I decided not to. It was, again, another choppy table, no monster rolls. But I just sat on the side and just hung out with Mrs. Chef Dice, Samantha. And we just were talking and about our whole trip so far and all of that. But unfortunately, Main Street was my last crap session. And I foregoed my last opportunity to play, which is unorthodox of myself. But the more I play craps, the more I understand how to control when you have fatigue, and sometimes you gotta just say no. And I think I saved money on that table by just saying no. But Roberto, our HCS Patreon fan who's been rolling with us throughout the whole weekend, he was trying to get me on the table. Come on, Brian, you got it. Let's go. But again, I told him, I'm so sorry. I don't want to disappoint you, and I don't want to disappoint you even more if I make you lose money on my throw. So, but yeah, I think he did well afterwards, Roberto. But it just ended up leaving Fremont super tired. But I did have a chance to hit the Wheel of Fortune one last time, knowing that I gotta fly out in the morning, and I won this.
Let's go! Let's zoom this in now. What the heck?
I won a $105 profit added to my profits. So total for day 4, even with those 2 brutal losses at the Orleans, came out positive 1,280, which is an awesome trip. All 4 days, all in the positive. So that is awesome. So the total session losses is about 4 crap session losses. 3 on the real table, 1 on the stadium table. But I don't even really consider that Planet Hollywood. I would consider that as a trial kind of experiment for experience only, kind of minus $27. So actually only 3 losses on the craps table, which is an awesome, out of all the sessions, I think that it's an awesome win. And it shows my discipline and my patience on the table. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that record. That's something I'm proud of. Day 5, Monday, woke up early, checked out, didn't even play anything, didn't play Wheel of Fortune or nothing. We just got up and left. I was still exhausted and tired. I wanted to just get back home already. On day 5, I'm already crapped out. So got on the plane, got safely to Hawaii. And when I got back to Hawaii, feeling fine, just tired, end up catching the flu from somewhere. I don't know if I was on the plane or not. And as I do this video, which is about a week later, you can hear it in my voice that I'm congested and I'm still sick, still getting over it. Yeah, I did eventually get sick. That's why the delay in this video. But what a great craps week. Super happy. This will make all my trips so far in 2022 all profitable, all in the profit, I should say. And shows that practicing at home is important. Practicing strategies is important now, and shooting is important as well. Both are equally, but if you wanted me to weigh which is more important, I would say strategy is more important because you only get the dice once. out of a whole table in one round, right? In every round you get the dice once. How can that 10% be more important than 90%, right? So strategies, number one, dice tossing, number two, lessons learned here. So strategy adjustment is key. You gotta have a toolbox of strategies. You gotta learn how to adjust. You gotta learn how to play a short stack game. You gotta watch your money. You gotta know when you're out of the hand. You gotta know when the timing to press. All of these kind of things that I practice on my channel, it all is integrated into my strategies, and all the Patreons and all of the fans who watch me play, they recognize all the strategies that I've been playing, and I practice what I preach, and I do my strategies that you guys see here, but combining all of them is what makes it work all together. I mean, I made some major comebacks down from 100, but I would have not known that if I haven't practiced a short stack strategy and managing my bankroll. One of the spectacular things about this trip is all of my buy-ins were at $500 each. I never increased it to $1,000. I bought in 500 one time, and then I bought in another 500 on that monster roll that I came up. But the only reason why I bought a second 500 because the dice was coming next to me. And that's where I rolled the 40 to 50 roller in Orleans. But that's the only time. Other than that, I've never bought in $1,000. That was just a back-to-back 500, but everything was $500, which I'm proud of. And lasting that long with a $500 bankroll and doing this well, I'm very proud of myself, and I want to give my pat on my back for me to be sticking with the discipline and not easily get off course with all of the emotions and the distractions in Vegas that comes with Vegas, right? So yeah, and in calling it quits, that's the last lesson. When you know you're fatigued, you don't have to play. Don't force yourself to play when you're tired. Just bad things happen when you do that. So another lesson to all of you guys: you're fatigued, just take it easy. Either get some rest, take a nap, at least get some refreshment, but don't force it. For me, it paid off. So just want to share that with you guys, and maybe that'll help you guys too in not losing money. Not losing money or risking your money is what keeps you in the profits, believe it or not. So thank you guys for watching our trip report. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in Vegas again sometime soon. So take care, and may the dice be nice. Aloha.